All right. Wayne is coming. It's kind of... I don't know. We'll need Wayne to adjust that. I think somebody bumped the monitor.
It's off center.
It's off center. It's driving me crazy. I don't know.
Oh,
Right? Okay. See?
here.
Wayne's the fucking professional.
Oh, we're actually live. Okay.
We
all
are
right.
actually live.
Oh
yeah.
shit! All right.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, everybody? So we got some notes here. This is the first time we were prepared.
Technically,
Technically.
no, not really, but okay. I haven't read it yet. I prepared an image.
I took a screenshot.
It's a long fucking list.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't think we have any stories to tell, right? None we can tell.
True that.
Okay, so let's
came
get.
back from somewhere.
I came back from somewhere.
Where did you go?
Oh, Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's public info. Yeah. Right. I should talk about that. I went to the ArduPilot Developers Conference. Yeah.
I didn't know it existed. It's pretty cool.
I knew it existed, and like it was called Drone Code before.
Drone code. Okay.
Yeah, and then there was like some kind of falling out between a group called PX4 and one group called ArduPilot.
Oh, okay.
And I kind of like I walked right into that one because I was like, so where's PX4? And then they were like,
Okay. All right.
They looked at me all funky. But yeah, so really nice people. I met with a lot of the developers there, and it's like a whole community. They have I think like 3 pull requests per day over the course of a year.
That's a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
That's
And
fuckload.
I don't know how many millions of lines of code changed.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is up. You can see it. Like they streamed or broadcasted the whole event. It was in this pretty weird town called Kaga City, which is like an hour and a half flight away from Tokyo, and it was in this like health conscious hotel spa.
Health conscious hotel.
I
Then
don't
that's
know-
the
I don't
name
know
of
what
it?
No. I don't know the name. It's like you know.
Okay,
Like, whatever.
alright.
It's like fucking Japanese for
Close
like half
enough.
an hour. Yeah. And yeah, I mean it was an amazing hotel. Like I've never seen a hotel this big before.
It's massive. Okay.
Yeah. It's like the size of Yaotong basically.
What the? So like, did everyone just stay there, or?
Yeah.
So everyone stayed there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I got lost once in
Inside
the hotel and yeah.
Got lost in my room.
My room was like bigger than my house.
No fucking
Yeah.
way. What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How much did you pay for?
Okay,
the hotel?
like it was about $130 a day.
What?
US, not Hong Kong.
Yeah. Okay, that's still.
I know. I was like, I mean, it's a lot. It's not cheap,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
but
it's not
but
cheap.
for what you're getting,
If
like-
it's bigger than your place, then I mean.
like the place to
Yeah.
get into the hotel room was as big as this office here.
What do you mean to get in?
Like after the door to like take off your shoes,
Okay.
to wash
all
your
right.
hand and your
Okay.
feet, right? Like they
The
have this whole, like,
welcoming area, basically.
the welcoming area, and then there was like a bathroom, bedroom / living room, and then there was relaxation room, and then there
Okay.
was another room for like praying or like for whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know what it was for.
Did you get like an authentic?
Yeah, like a
Japanese.
Japanese place, like
you
with
sleep on the floor.
Yeah, sleep on the floor.
Nice.
With the straw mats
Yeah,
all
yeah,
across the
yeah.
floor, and then like on the right side there was like a toilet
Mm-hmm.
or like a bathroom I should say,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was like bidet.
But
Room?
yeah.
A room.
Yeah.
Just for the bidet, so that you can clean your feet.
Yeah.
And then like the next room was the toilet. So basically, you're supposed to like clean your feet, take a shit, clean your feet again, and then get out, right? And then there was a shower room.
Yeah.
And there was like a bathtub that was like embedded.
With a door, right?
Hmm?
With like a door, so you can like do like what do you call it, like hot spring.
Yeah, but no, it not a door. Like it was like into the floor. It was sunk into the floor.
All right, yeah.
So like basically, when you're in the bathtub, your head is gonna be at like floor level, basically.
Yeah.
Right. So that was there. I never used it because we were developing and not or talking about developing, and not really there to fucking take a hot bath.
So had a shower.
I did use the shower. Yeah, thank you very much. I didn't clean my feet before taking a dump, if that's what you're asking.
You should get a fine for that.
probably not allowed back. No, but like Japan is a fucking interesting country. Like the first time that I knew that I was in a different place was I landed in Tokyo and then I had to go to another airport, right? And you just arrived there and I didn't do any planning, obviously. So I was like, well, like how the fuck do I get there, right? And I knew that the other airport was called Narita or whatever, something. So I just looked and like, oh, Narita, cool. I walked there and I was like, Narita airport, please. I didn't know like what am I gonna get, a train? Am I gonna get bus? Whatever. And they're like, yeah, sure. Like here's the fucking ticket. Swipe your card here. Please like go outside number 5, right? And I was like, number 5 what?
Oh, like yeah.
So and then I just walked out and then there was the number 5 like right there. The bus arrived.
Oh, it's a bus. Okay.
Yeah, just like as I came in, boom, bus is there. They like grab my luggage. I'm like, hey, bitch, don't
touch my shit.
Don't touch my shit. I'm just like, hey, it's okay. Whoosh, gives me like the fucking paper. I go on the bus and I arrive at the fucking airport.
How long?
An hour later or an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Okay.
Yeah. But you got like free Wi-Fi, everything. It's just like you just arrive and you just boom, 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 boom. Everything's fucking taken care of. And then I go to the check-in. Right? And I'm, of course, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, everything is Japanese. So I just go to this lady and I just show her my ticket. And, like, she takes the ticket, fucking rips it up. I was like, okay, all right, because I'm not flying today. And then she prints me, like, this new one with the bag tag, everything already ready to go. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I don't even need to say anything. She already knows what's going on. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just...
Oh, volume is low.
Volume is low.
Can you?
No, we're maxed out all the way over there.
Turn up your speaker.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this is kind of like fixed, right? Like we shouldn't touch this.
It can go higher, but
it can go much higher. Yeah, like I can turn this. Now it should be louder. Yeah.
Another cool thing about Japan is the people are like Hong Kong people. They don't like the strangers on the street. They don't talk to you.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Like, don't talk to anyone, any strangers. Just fucking mind your own fucking business.
Yeah. Except for those guys from the fucking like, there was a drone company from Japan. And one day we were just walking around town, and like the town is tiny, right? So we were like 15 people, and all the restaurants seat like maybe 5 people.
Yeah.
So we couldn't go anywhere, and then like all of a sudden like this Japanese dude shows up, and I didn't know that he worked for a drone company, and that he was part of the ArduPilot thing. And he's like, "Oh yeah, no problem, just come with me." So like he got us into a restaurant. Like he started working there basically. Like he took our orders, and he went back into the fucking kitchen, like grabbed the plates, brought us everything.
What? Okay.
He basically just started working there. So like that guy definitely like did not follow that rule. He talked to everybody.
The great thing about Japan is they don't give a fuck about you. It is a great thing.
Yeah, it is. It is. At a certain age, you don't want people to give a fuck about you. But like when you go there and you tell them like, hey man, get this shit done, they like sort it out immediately.
Get it done quickly.
Yeah. Fucking no complaints, nothing. So
I still remember that was like maybe like 8-9 years ago. I was still like super fat and shit. I bumped into this lady. Well, she was tiny and kind of knocked her off her feet. I was like, oh fuck! I was like, scared, like she should be hurt or whatever. She got up and like started bowing. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
The bowing
I'm
is
like,
fucking
no,
wild.
it was me. What the fuck? Stop apologizing.
The bowing is wild. Yeah, they're like, and you just go like. All right. Anyway, the good thing is like I look like an American, so I can just behave like an American basically. So I'm like all sorted. I just go like. Thumbs up. Yeah. So that was the trip to Japan. I was the best FPV pilot there.
What do you mean?
Yeah. That was the coolest thing ever. Like, because they were all like.
How was that determined?
Well, they had like this new release, or they have this new release where ArduPilot should technically behave like Betaflight.
Okay.
Right? So it. Like, apart from, like, all of the fucking wild shit that ArduPilot can do, it now also can behave like Betaflight. So you've got, like, acro mode, kind of, and it's pretty interesting. So it feels, first of all, like, it feels really good, as far as I could determine, at least. Like, I'm not a professional
But you were
FPV
flying a
pilot.
drone there, or what?
So they got approval specifically for me to fly.
Ooh, okay.
Because Japan drone rules are, like,
Yeah.
next fucking level.
Yeah.
So they got approval for me to fly there and try it out. And, so they were like, you are the best FPV pilot here. You need to tell us whether this is as close to ArduPilot as it can get, or, like, what we still need to do.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right.
And I was like, I mean, I'm sorry, I'm the wrong guy to ask. Isn't there like anybody else who can fly FPV? And then so I'm not going to name any names, but then they got another guy out. And I was like, okay, I can fly better than that guy. Like that guy was pretty much like.
Okay, all right. He was crashing out, or he didn't take off?
Not crashing, but like full throttle one area and then just return to home, right? Like,
all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, I can give it a try, right? But then I was mode 1, so they had to like change over the transmitter.
Well, I thought Japan is mode 1.
I know, but they didn't have like the demo was prepared by one of the ArduPilot developers, right? And he was like kind enough to like change his fucking radio over. It was like an old Radio Master, so you had to like take out the gimbals, swap it.
Right.
It was this whole thing.
You didn't bring a Tango 2?
It's not allowed.
You can't even bring it?
Well, I could, but I couldn't have flown it. Like, they did the fucking radio checks, everything, right? Like, we had to fly with HD0 with, like, low bandwidth mode just so that they were like, okay, you can fly, right?
Just so they don't have to cut themselves.
Yeah. So Trump's China import taxes of 60% also affecting Hong Kong. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Oh, man. Actually, Trump is not the guy who implemented the most strict China tariffs, right? It was the old fuck. I mean, they're both old fucks, but the other old fuck.
The slower one.
The slower one. Yeah.
He won, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So far. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he won. But, it's not over till it's over, right? But anyway, nobody cares. So let's talk about 642.
All
right. So we launched this new firmware a couple of, like, I think we launched it in the last stream. And then I was testing the shit out of it. And eventually I found an issue that was weird enough for us to closer investigate. And it led us down this rabbit hole of, like, something like to do with the binding stuff. So we improved like the whole binding process, everything. But yeah, the 642 is pretty much how to say this. We're trying to get a stable version out with like all of the user experience improvements, UI UX experience improvements, and then together with the new hardware that we are launching and have launched, right? Since 619, we've launched the Pro, Nano RX Pro
yeah.
with high power, and there's gonna be, I think I can say it, like the 69 V2 that we're like behind on for like almost a year now. And then there's also gonna be, have we like, is it ready?
It's getting ready.
It's getting ready,
As far as I
right?
know.
So there's also another product that's probably gonna start shipping next Monday.
Binding was basically rewritten. Benedict.
Yeah. So binding was basically rewritten. There was so we did a lot of changes with that have to do with the DP and just smart audio and VTXs in general. So we basically rewrote the entire smart audio implementation. You have like on the TX side, you now have a native menu that doesn't communicate with the VTX. So on the TX side, you basically have a static native menu that will load really quickly and doesn't have to always ask the VTX like what frequency and what channels do you support. It just sends up the channels and the VTX is going to follow. And then if you still want to use like VTX specific frequencies, then you can go through the receiver menu and then go into the VTX settings, and then you can do the VTX style settings. Anyway. Then we removed the SMX support because nobody was using it. So that freed up a little bit of code. I think we also removed Flarm, or are going to remove Flarm. That's not on the list, but I remember that from happening. The binding has been improved or completely rewritten. There's like some bugs that were there that we fixed. A lot of fixes related to the 69. We optimized the PWM frequency, like it's way more stable now, so your servos should be a little bit more steady. And oh yeah, the LoRa mode thing. So the receivers, like that was a bug that I found.
So proud.
Yeah. I can't say how it happened because but yeah, basically the clouds thing, and then anyway, not the one that happened in Turkey. The one that happened here. Yeah. So. Well, actually, the bug that happened in Turkey, we can talk about that one because that was in Turkey. So, there was a bug where if the telemetry channel was flooded, it would basically override the bind phrase, and then you would lose bind, and then it wouldn't rejoin again until you push the bind button, which was after the plane had landed itself, right? So that was quite a serious bug. It only happened like in really fucking rare circumstances where like a certain combination of telemetry frames were being sent, and it only happened like the only reported issues that we had was ArduPilot, because they beefed up their telemetry frequencies and all that shit. But apparently it can also happen in iNav, which I was probably the first or the second person to experience that. At least I was the first one to report it. Yesterday, some guy messaged me and said, like, hey, man, I also have this problem. Should I update? So, yes, you should. That bug had been fixed completely. Yeah. They also rewrote the complete like UART management thing. So now you get an additional UART. So
that's cool.
UART is like an additional CRSF basically. So now you can get 3 CRSF ports on the receivers instead of just 2. Yeah, I think that is kind of it in a nutshell. Like there's a whole this is the list from the TBS agent, from the change logs in TBS agent. So there's a whole bunch of like individual things. I basically, everything I just said is like a summary of like 3 or 4 things that have changed. So this is one of the biggest changes in Crossfire history, I would say. And it's supposed to kind of like summarize all of the changes that we have been doing over the past like year and a half into one concise firmware that you can hopefully safely update to.
Stu is asking, do we drink beers?
Do you guys drink beer? Not habitually.
Any HTX update?
Yeah,
The
so
Mambo.
if I can go back here, like you see the title of today's episode is the EdgeTX status, right? Yeah, so that's coming. It's coming in a second. Let me just read all of the things that everybody said. Day 69 of asking for new TBS merch, okay. Any HDX update? Okay, I had a weird issue with the Tango 1. I have the Crossfire V2 module and I just cannot use CRSF firmware 6.19 or upper. My Tango was then kind of broken and I could not bind anything. Okay, so that would probably mean that it doesn't support CRSF V3, which it should.
But it shouldn't affect binding.
Yeah, it shouldn't. Okay, if you can, please just file a ticket with us. Like record what you're doing, and then we'll take a look into it. But I kind of Tango 1 is kind of like EOL-ish, so yeah. Just I want to manage expectations, right? We're not going to be able to like dig into this for a couple of weeks. If we can find the issue right away, we'll let you know. Okay. Do you guys? Yeah. So HTX status. So one of our developers. He's in the chat, so he can say hi if he wants to. He has been flying HTX on the Mambo, so on Tracer, for quite some time now. From what I understand is it's not yet tidy enough to release for HTX because obviously they have standards. We don't. No, it's just on our side. It's a little messy code right now, but we are already flying it, we're using it, and it works. So, and it has worked for several months now. So we are in the process of being able to finally merge or get rid of FreedomTX and then allow you to update EdgeTX. Now, a couple of things I need to mention because I want to manage those expectations. Number one, you will not be able to use the, what is it called, the companion, all right? That's not going to happen. You can't update, like, you can't flash your own builds for now. The way that you're going to be flashing is going to be through the TBS agent, and the TBS agent is going to merge in all of the official releases. That's more or less all of the caveats that I'm aware of. Sharing is a mess. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, that's the biggest thing because obviously the EdgeTX companion tool does not cooperate well with our bootloader. So you're gonna need to use our bootloader to update, which is through the TBS agent. And our plan, at least, like if the EdgeTX team is so willing, will be to integrate the EdgeTX releases into the TBS agent, and then like make like an auto pipeline. It'll just pull the releases, you flash them as they come up.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I've never used the EdgeTX companion.
I've used it
thing,
once.
But I remember the OpenTX one, and that one was a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah, way worse.
So, can EdgeTX companion at least be used to edit model profiles? I'm not sure, but probably. Probably. Yeah, but we have to check. Because if there's like this issue where you can start flashing the EdgeTX companion, because obviously it's not going to work, and you might actually like brick your Mambo or Tango 2 like permanently. So we still have to test that.
That bad?
Yeah, of course, because it overrides our bootloader, and then once our bootloader is overwritten, Crossfire's not or Tracer's not going to work anymore, and then bye bye. All right. So that's the HTX update. I can't really promise any can't really promise any specific timelines, just because we're not really like 100% focused on it. But I just wanted to let people know it's coming. It's working. It's one of the things that we want to get working just because I fucking promised it. And it's taken an embarrassing amount of time, but we're getting there finally. Yeah. All right. That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to go on a trip tomorrow. We're going to be filming with a couple of FPV pilots for the new Wang.
New Wang.
Wang is going to have a Wang. Wayne.
For the first time.
Yeah. It's going to be a maiden on that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maiden, and it's my first time flying a fucking Wang.
Yeah. Well, no, oh, right. The wing is a maiden too. Yeah. And it's never flown. I just built it.
Maiden both.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting. Any thoughts on Tango 3? Not details or leaks, just what your thoughts are. So yeah, I mean, I've looked at a lot of the let's call it imitations that have come out recently, and they still haven't really fully understood what the Tango 2 is all about. And a lot of people, like when we release like new firmware updates and shit like that, say like, Crossfire is dead, blah, 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 blah. And those are generally just people who chase hype and don't really understand how to use their equipment very well.
Or they're just out of the loop.
Yeah, I mean, I just, okay, I'm not going to name any names, but there was like one guy who was like complaining just recently. And he said like, oh, I tried this radio protocol, and I tried this radio protocol, and I tried this one, and I used this radio, and like this. I was like, hey, man, that's not how you're supposed to like progress, you know, as an FPV pilot. So you're supposed to find something that you like, and then you stick with it. At least that's how you become better. That's how all good pilots become better. And if you just switch around all the time, you're never going to actually improve. And you're just going to waste a whole bunch of money and time on buying the latest and greatest shit. So anyway, in relation to the Tango 3, I haven't really seen any competition stepping up and actually caring about what's important on radios. So, you know. Okay, one guy is asking in German, why when you override the bootloader, the remote will be bricked? Every OpenTX and EdgeTX remote has a DFU mode. If you connect it to the USB. Yeah, so that's...
We wrote it in English as well.
Yeah, that's just because the Crossfire partition is on the EdgeTX or FreedomTX partition as well. So if you break the bootloader that is on there, right? So there's like a bootloader, there's a DFU bootloader, and then there's a software bootloader, and then there is the EdgeTX partition or a FreedomTX partition, and then there's a Crossfire partition. If you break the first bootloader, it's not going to know where the Crossfire partition is, and then you've bricked your remote. I mean, you can still use it. You can still probably use the external radio, but the internal one is completely gone. Plus, like the bootloader from us has like all kinds of like encryption and protection and shit, and that means like, yeah, like once that encryption partition is deleted, then the rest of the partition doesn't work anymore.
Flyfish radio looks cool. I never. Do you know what that is?
Flyfish radio.
I just Googled. I couldn't find anything. I got some walkie-talkies.
Flyfish RC radio.
Flyfish radio has a FPV analog screen built in, like.
Oh,
Tango
that's the TX16 clone with the FPV radio.
TX16 clone.
Yeah, it looks exactly like
So-
the TX16. I
So
think.
it's a clone of a clone.
I think so. Yeah.
The fuck.
They're called Flyfish RC, not. But yeah. I mean, you can't even find it on
Yeah.
Google.
That's what I'm trying to do.
So if you don't show up on Google, are you even relevant? Anyway, is the Wang larger or smaller than the Kaipi 2? I think it's the same size.
It's about the same, yeah.
A little heavier. Second question, is there an AM32 configurator like there was for BLHeli32? Yes, am32.ca. It's a website. Any thought on the iFlight goggle leak? What?
Oh, fat fish. Okay.
Fat fish? Oh, right. I remember. Fat fish. Remote control. So, yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, it's kind of.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Whatever. iFlight goggles. I can't find anything. You guys got a link? I haven't seen it. Will Wang support DJI? I fly DJI, so yeah. Futaba clone. Yeah, hopefully keeping the green and the soul chilled. So what's up with this iFlight goggle thing? I'm still waiting. They have a cool looking fixed wing station thing too. What? I don't know. Fat fish F16. Well, that, okay. Yeah.
I don't know how to tell people when they ask me, hey, what do you fly with? Oh, the fat fish.
The fat fish F16. It's the one that looks like a turd. It's colored like a turd. Okay. Well, I can't find anything on the iFlight thing, so. iFlight goggle leak, maybe. No. Any digital video or system? No. 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 Today I had. I went to this shop. To buy like the stuff for our hydroponics, right? And Mark warned me, like, be careful, the lady, like there's a lady in there and she's super rude, right? I was like,
What kind of shop did you go to?
it's like a chemistry shop because we had to
Oh,
buy
okay.
like the whatever.
All right.
And so I went in there and I showed her, like, do you have this? And she's like, no. And like, oh, okay, that's the lady. And then I had a list of like 7 things to go through. It's like, how about this? No. How about this? No. I just stood there. I couldn't fucking contain myself anymore. And so I called like Mark in the background and I had like the speakers on. It's like, how about this? No. And then you could hear out of the fucking phone.
That's her.
That's her. Man, it was fucking hilarious. Oh, man. What about MLRS? Well, isn't it just the same?
I don't even know.
I saw that Matek released like MLRS hardware, but I think it's just an EMRS.
Oh, that's Matek, okay.
Yeah, MLRS.
Well, I mean, it is open source.
Probably, right? I don't know. That's how much I know about it. I have to actually look it up.
It's not a good thing to search. Multiple launch rocket system.
Oh, it's got a 1262 LoRa chip. I don't even know. Holy shit.
Okay. MLRS is an open source project. Yep.
1262. What is the 1262? Okay, just watching this, I think it's a very stupid decision to not make this based on ELRS based hardware. But that's just me. Semtech 1262. I don't even know. 1262. Low power transceiver. No. Okay. Frequency. It doesn't say. Yeah. So my immediate opinion on it is it should be based on ELRS hardware.
Wait, iFlight goggle 2639, but where is the link?
MLRS is the flask of ELRS. Okay. MLRS has a 100% different approach than ELRS. It focuses on serial OTA instead of extremely low latency. It works totally different. It has nothing in common with ELRS except for the hardware, which is based on the exactly same chip architecture. It's an STM32, and it's an SX1262.
So just program it differently.
They could have just programmed it on MLRS hardware, on ELRS hardware, and wrote the software for that, and then it would have been fine. Except the CRSF communication. Well, you know, they all seem to resort to the best, right? Yeah. So it could work exactly on like that on ELRS hardware, but they chose not to. ELRS is dropping STM32. Well, so even worse. And as far as I know, there's like an R900 something that already does that. So it's not really. It's probably just cheaper. Anyway, I don't really care.
R9.
Matek is trash now. Okay. That's not my opinion, by the way. I'm just reading the comments.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. Oh, is it not the same? Well, okay, let's not have an argument. He's clearly wrong, Benedict. You know. Nick Lestix 2639 iFlight goggle. Where? 2639 where?
Someone should send you a DM on Facebook so we can take a look at it.
Yeah. God knows I don't get enough DMs. Oh yeah, check out my phone, by the way.
Jeez.
TBS have to copy their H743 Slim. What? Isn't that H743 Slim? Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Like I said, I have no opinions on Matek. We use their schematics for our 743 flight controller or H7 flight controller. But that's not really, you know. There's only two ways you can fucking skin a cat, right? Especially in open source. So
Well,
It's not the same, by the way.
fine,
It's
we
not the
just
same
say it,
schematics. It's just a similar one.
They're great, whatever.
Yeah. It's a 30 by 30 H7. I believe you won't find many similar, different ones. But yeah.
Oh, Matek channel.
Matek channel. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the Matek channel. Matek. Oh, iFlight FPV goggles. There we go. And where is it? What was the fucking
36 something?
36 something? There's no fucking way we're sitting here watching 36. 35. Taurus. Oh, okay. He's watching some FPV video. What?
Sorry, 26.
26.
39.
2606. All right, come on. Show us the goods, Mr. Ian. 27.
You passed it. Supposed to be 39.
Oh, here. iFlight goggles. Ugh. So what okay. Jesus Christ. Do you think it's going to be based on DJI, or do you think it's going to be based on walk snail, or is what is it going to be based on? Happy Labor Day. Okay. I don't know. DJI probably. Well, that would be terrible. Oh, here. 1080p. Ultra clear enjoyment. Refresh rate up to 100 FPS. Ultra light, weighing only 268 gram. Okay. I don't know. So it doesn't say I don't know, I can't listen to Matek now, I think.
Analog? It's analog? No way. That's hardcore.
1080p HD display with 100 FPS. It could be analog. I wouldn't put it past them. But it did say something about HD, right?
iFlight is DJI.
No, it's not. That's such a fucking dumb statement.
It'll be nuts.
No, I mean, there's a company in Hong Kong that owns DJI brand products that is called iFlight, right? But that has nothing to do with the Chinese iFlight. There's just so many clueless people in this industry, man.
It is the same name. It's kind of deceiving.
Yeah.
Wen Wang.
iFlight is DJI. Jesus Christ. As if fucking DJI would care about the iFlight business. Oh, man. Looks like a G2 iFlight version to me. What's G2? Oh, goggles 2. I was in convention recently. Live what? So, Jesus Christ, this is going too fast. Matek also says display singular in the material, so it could even be a box goggle. Well, it looks like a box goggle. That's what our targets for MLRS that run on ELRS hardware, but only receivers are fully supported right now. Modules cause trouble. Yeah, stupid. Marketing material says Ultra HD 1080p HD display with 100 FPS. Yeah, but that doesn't say that it's full HD. Transmission. It's analog. Okay, so Livio I would consider a reliable source, but the problem is his message already disappeared. So I don't know.
The Shark HDO is not HD.
Shark, by the way, they released the HDO Plus. I didn't even know.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they did. We ordered some. Yeah, we got some coming. HDO. HDO is still the best goggle. I'm sorry, man.
That's why I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
HDO.
Like, even on the goggles, too, I can't see the corners.
Okay, all right. It's the same shell. Nice.
Yeah, it looks exactly the same. It's probably just some new internals or updated internals. New firmware, TBS, CRSF tracer, changelog, commentary. Yes. So anyway, let's do a quick recap. So VTX stuff changed dramatically, like smart audio, the way that you control your VTX from the transmitter. That's pretty much the biggest changes because of the DP and similar video transmitters that have more channel bands, blah, 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 blah. So there were some updates required regarding that, so we basically rewrote everything. Then we updated the way that output ports map, so we have new way, like an additional CRSF port on the receivers. You get that free of charge. Updated PWM frequencies, like more smooth, it works better. Then we trashed DSMX support, we completely removed LoRa. We updated the way that the binding procedure works, and we fixed a couple of critical and non-critical bugs. I think that's it. And hardware support. So like new hardware that is out right now or going to be out in the near future is already going to be supported on 6.42. So you have some time to update or upgrade to it and check it out. Let us know if you have any issues. I've seen one guy having issues with binding. Please, like, if you do, take a quick video, send it to me in DM, tell, hey man, Trappy, what the fuck is going on, and good to go. Skyzone 04X shits all over HDO. Well, that's an opinion, man. Bartville has a video about the goggles. Looks like it's walk snail. Okay, that will be even worse. I still use first generation of HDO. Yup. Did they release HDO 2 in a different color and call it Plus? Would be a classic Fat Shark move. I don't know. I don't know, man. I just like the HDO. The HDO 2, sorry.
I like the first one.
You like the first one? Mm-hmm. I mean, the Dominator HD was fucking awesome. Yeah, that was like the biggest field of view. But yeah. Still running my HDO2 with Fusion, best combo, no hype. Thank you. Agreed, by the way. And the only analog goggles where I never needed to replace the phone. Okay, yeah, that's probably a Skyzone that he's talking about. Because the Skyzone got like this leathery thing. Fat Shark uses like a cheap neoprene. And the Skyzone has like a cushiony, nice leathery type. I gotta say, that one is nice. But I don't like the goggles themselves. I mean, they're good. They're
I
just
always
not
prefer
as good.
the EVA foam.
Yeah, me too. Or like
It doesn't soak up the sweat.
Which one was the other one? The newbie drones had like the face mask, right? I mean, we did face masks as well. I guess, right? Yeah. What about the Transformer? Yeah. No, which one do we fly? We fly the Recon, right? The shittiest Fat Shark goggle.
Oh.
The Recon.
Oh, shit.
That's the one that we actually use for like analog flights just because it's the most convenient to me to just grab and go. Yeah. All right. I think that's everything. I gotta take a piss, man. I've been drinking this Huel vitamin water thing, and it's like fucking pass through, man.
Whoa.
Oh, it's just a screen.
Yes, you can get a changelog on the agent.
Yeah. If you go update the firmware, there's a changelog thing that you can click. It'll scroll down and there'll be like a fucking giant list. New DJI box goggles look huge. Well, they're gonna go with box goggles because that'll allow them to drop the price, right? Like the thing that is kind of inhibiting from more people getting into like the DJI ecosystem is just price, right? Like $400 for like goggles, and then another $200 for the fucking video transmitter. It's steep, you know. So if you use box goggles, like larger screens are actually cheaper than smaller screens, and a singular screen is half the price as two fucking similar screens, right? So not even talk about the durability of the face pads, but it's also the fit. No other goggle ever fit me. Well, that's a you thing, bro.
Yeah, you said it above.
Yeah.
Just received yesterday the order. All right.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what they come up with again.
Get some more of that.
Get
Formula
some,
One shit.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh man, yeah, that was a fucking legendary video.
It was so cool, like especially when it was driving on water, you can see the whole.
Yeah, the ejection thing.
Newbie drone has the best foam. Yeah. It's EVA.
All right. I gotta take a piss, man.
All right.
So we gotta end this here.
It is an hour.
All right. We've had an hour. Wang updates probably in the next stream, right? No, maybe